Okay, run.
We told our bosses that we were about to bring in 3 major players, not a bunch of clowns.
Clowning is an art.
Alrighty, y'all, I did not expect this, but we gotta talk about Deep Cover. This is the newest streaming comedy starring Bryce Dallas Howard, Orlando Bloom, and Nick Muhammad. And let me just say right now, I did not expect to like this like I did. Now, y'all know how I feel about most streaming movies. I kind of go into them expecting to be disappointed or at least some kind of entertainment. And after seeing Fountain of Youth earlier this year, I'm starting to realize that maybe I gave that film too much credit for just being competent. I was kind of like, oh wow, it didn't completely suck, so, like 7 out of 10. But Deep Cover actually had me laughing. And after giving myself this time a full 48 hours to sit with it, I can honestly say that this is one of the best comedies I've seen this year, as far as for me and my comedic taste. So the basic premise is wild in the best way. Bryce Dallas Howard plays an improv teacher in London who ropes in 2 of her struggling students, played by Orlando Bloom and Nick Muhammad, to infiltrate the criminal underworld. Their mission is to use their acting skills to pose as hardened gangsters and gather intel. Now, if that sounds insane, that's because it is. But that's part of what makes this work. It has a big 21, 22 Jump Street energy, and it's like people going undercover into a world they have no business going in, but it's also got this British awkward comedy style mixed in, and it walks a weird tonal line, and it works. And real quick, let me just say this movie knows exactly what it is. It's not pretending to be high art, it's goofy, it's fast-paced, and intentionally over the top, but the writing is shockingly smart in some moments, and the performances are absolutely incredible. So let's start with the man of the hour. Orlando Bloom is my favorite part of this movie. He plays this kind of washed up wannabe parody of like Jared Leto, and he's like a full-blown method actor who thinks that he's so deep. And he goes so hard to his gangster persona that he practically becomes the role, and it's absolutely hilarious. There's a scene early on when he tries to interrogate a guy to get $20,000 from him, and the dude pulls out an iron for clothes, and a knife, and tells the dude to take his pants off. Because he's dead serious, he's going to torture this man. And what makes it hilarious is how committed he is to the role, because you actually believe that this man's crazy. And then later there's a moment where Bryce's character tells Bloom and Nick to stay back and not follow her so she can go steal some keys. And so she walks up to the door, and guess who's standing right behind her? It's Orlando Bloom. With the dumbest face, he's ready for action, and I was actually laughing my ass off. He's chaotic, he's intense, and he's hilarious, and honestly, this is the most fun I've had watching Orlando Bloom in a while in a movie. He's never been this loose, ridiculous, and it's refreshing. Nick Muhammad, on the other hand, aka Nate from Ted Lasso, was perfectly cast. He plays this painfully awkward office guy who joins improv because he wants to be funnier around his co-workers. But the problem is, he sucks at improv. Like, really sucks. He literally cannot improvise anything on the spot. There's a bit where somebody asks him, for example, they'll say something like, "What's your name?" And he just short circuits. He can't say anything. He freezes up. And what's great about it is that you feel for him because you can't help but laugh because you can't help him. He's the kind of guy who tries so hard, and every time he fails, it somehow gets funnier. He has this understanding of type of delivery that really works, especially thanks to Bloom's chaotic energy. Now let's talk about the queen herself, Bryce Dallas Howard. It's been a minute since we've seen her in a lead role like this. Lately she's been directing and being more in behind closed doors of the camera, especially with Star Wars projects like Mandalorian and stuff like that, and she's been killing it. But here she steps back in front of the cameras and reminds us that she's got range. She's smart, composed, a little snarky, and completely out of her depth when it comes to the criminal stuff. And that's what makes her performance so fun. She's playing someone who's good at pretending to be someone else, but not good at actually being someone else. And there's a subtle difference, and she nails it. One thing I appreciate is that the movie doesn't try too hard to be slick or edgy. It knows that it's a comedy, but it also isn't afraid to be stupid, and I love when movies commit to the bit. That being said, it's not perfect, however, because the first 50 minutes are real rough. The jokes weren't landing for me, the setup felt kind of forced, and I actually thought, man, is this going to be another L? Especially Nick's earlier scenes. His dry humor didn't quite click for me at first, and same with Bloom's intro. But once the whole deep cover aspect kicks off about 20 minutes in, it clicks big time. And from there, it just keeps building momentum. The situations get crazier, the characters become more fun, and the laughs start coming more consistently. This isn't the next 21 Jump Street or even close to those films, we're being honest. So don't go in expecting, that level of perfection. But as a streaming movie, this is exactly the kind of surprise that we need more of. It's fast, funny, and the cast have chemistry, and it does what most streaming comedies fail to do, and it sticks to landing. I don't know how well this will age necessarily, because comedy is tricky like that. Jokes don't always hold up on repeated viewings, but in this moment, after letting it marinate for a couple days, I'm giving Deep Cover an 8.5 out of 10. It's easily one of the most entertaining streaming originals that I've seen this year, and I highly recommend that you check it out if you just want to laugh and have a good time. And actually, think behind me. Oh, yeah, we do have it. We've got another Deep Cover. Right here. Check this one out as well. This one's really good. It's a drama, though. And so, for you, was Orlando Bloom the MVP? Did the first 15 minutes kind of throw you off like me? Let me know down in the comments below, and like to subscribe for more, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Go watch this Deep Cover as well. They're both good.
Holy shit.